I'm Daniëlle. I'm born in Rotterdam and moved a lot in my life throughout the world, either with my parents or with my husband or by myself. I am the youngest of three sisters. We were all born in Rotterdam. I am a flight attendant with KLM, and I'm also a wife to a beautiful man called Remco. My parents, we are always saying they're coming from the best of both worlds. My father is from Suriname in South America, and my mother is from Curaçao, the islands of the Netherlands. They both met in Artis, which is a zoo, very famous zoo in Amsterdam. We've lived in Suriname. I have lived in Suriname, born in Rotterdam, but lived in Suriname for about 12 years, and then I moved myself to Curaçao for school, then to the US with my parents, Turkey, Istanbul, Merhaba nasılsınız? This is what I know a little bit, and then to Hong Kong. Lived 5 years in Hong Kong. From Hong Kong went back to Holland, and then in the Netherlands I started working for ING, and then I met my beautiful husband, and we moved to Curaçao and to Vietnam, and now we're back in Holland. Wow, my superpower. Oh, that's a good one. I think my superpower is the ability to adjust to different cultures, different countries, and with open arms. I think I'm an open person. I thrive on being with people from all nationalities. I'm foremost Dutch, and Surinamese, but I'm also a world citizen. To be honest, I hadn't heard from Instagram before. So I thought, okay, wait, I need to do something as well. Anyway, started with just posting, and when I was somewhere in the world, I would post a little photo of the shop that I went to or the food that I ate, but there was no structure. And now what I'm trying to say is that life is too short not to live it to the fullest. And I do that, and I try to do that every day. There are obviously bumps in the road, and Corona has done that too. I met so many beautiful people on Instagram that my life has enriched. It's the enrichment that I can meet different people and share my lifestyle with them, with you guys. Three accounts that inspire me on Instagram. It is definitely AndBloom. It is, yes, for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt, I watch you every day. We all have a story, and it is so nice to meet them. And the pictures that you take are so, they radiate life. They radiate kindness and goodness in people. You bring it out in the best possible way, and I love that. So AndBloom is number one. Number two, I must admit, it is Dr. Montel Jordan. I don't know him that well. I've just met him, and he's been a good person in my life in that I did on his song, "This is how we do it." I did a reel, and he tagged me. But from that reel, a beautiful friendship started. The third one is a beautiful lady which I was honored to meet in person, actually, in Boston, is Gina MK Style. Gina is a lady who has class. She's elegant. She has, her color combinations are perfect. Her photos are perfect. She is kind and always willing to share her life, her styles. And so I would say that would be Gina MK Style would be my third. Wow, what do I regret the most? Not having children. I think that's, yeah, that is a scar on my soul. Unfortunately, I couldn't have any children, or I didn't have any children. I did have, and I lost children. Let's say that. Yeah, the goodness in a person, in a small little me, that is also half my husband, and my husband is the greatest man in the world. And I sometimes have problems with that, and I've had help dealing with it. I can get emotional, but yeah, I've given it a place. I've given it a spot. Yeah, so I don't unfortunately know the other way, and I'm not. I love my life, I do, but there's always something a little bit missing. It's a regret, but I have given the sorrows that I've had, I've given it a spot, and now I'm a lucky woman too. But I think it would be different if I would have had obviously children, but unfortunately I haven't. So. The hardest thing I've ever done is buried my child that I've lost. That's one of that's the hardest thing. And also we were actually 5 girls and with the family, and my mom has lost 2. And the 5th one was at 2.5 years old. So I was 13 and she passed away. She had some problems with her heart by birth, from birth, and I was the closest to her. I think that was also a traumatic experience in my life, and that's when it didn't work with having a child. I'm still reminded of that period as well. I have a picture of my little sister at home, and daily I watch her. As I mentioned, I had help coping with that loss, and it's a sad part in my life. So what I love about the fact about life histories is that my parents, especially my mother, it was not done to get help. And if you would be asking to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, a family psychologist or a woman psychologist to talk about women things, that was just not done. And now in this life I am so lucky and happy that we are having that possibility. What I love about AndBloom as well is that there are so many bloomers that are either having a similar path or have a path that has a different background or a different journey. They've undergone a different journey, came to the same path of loving yourself. I've come around, I've come full circle, I've had my problems, I've dealt with them, and that's why I love to read your posts and your stories, to see how they've coped and how they've learned, and how we can ease the pain that we have all gone through, because we all have had pain, and we've all suffered something, a breakup, or me in case losing a child, and so losing a loved one,